From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
Breaking news for Thursday, March 11, 2021. The President of the United States confirms he will sign your third stimulus check of $1,400 a day earlier. The signing will happen within minutes. This is a breaking development, broke on the channel minutes ago on Purple. The President of the United States was originally supposed to sign your $1,400 third stimulus check on Friday. The bill was passed yesterday, and then the President announced yesterday he was going to wait till Friday to sign into law. As millions of Americans' unemployment benefits were about to lapse, millions of Americans were wondering where their stimulus checks would be, and the President said, I was going to wait till Friday to sign into law. Viewers had no explanation of why the extra 2 days of waiting. The extra 2 days of waiting could cause a lapse of benefits across the land for unemployment recipients. And the President was set to announce to the country the benefits of the law in a primetime address tonight. But how do you address the country about a law if you haven't signed it? Finally, minutes ago, shortly after 9:30 on the West Coast, the President issued a news statement, broke live on this channel when it happened. The President of the United States will not wait till Friday to sign the bill. And he won't wait till Thursday evening either. He's signing it within minutes. Your $1,400 third stimulus check will be signed by the President of the United States within the next few minutes as Mornings LA goes into a special extended broadcast of all the details in your third stimulus check, $1,400. Welcome, Jonathan, to the family and everyone else as Mornings LA kicks into overgear right now. What a big day it is. Live from Los Angeles and Santa Monica. I was live at 9:30 this morning when I went over to get you the NASDAQ trade numbers and the Dow numbers and the 10-year Treasury, and then the news wire hit. The President changed course and will sign your third stimulus check bill into law within minutes. Congratulations. Whether you did Purple Power or something else, or if it was just sort of your karma, something happened. In the last 24 hours, I certainly saw your comments, and there's certain times where you can tell I saw it, but I didn't want to comment on it. People are saying, why Friday? Why Friday? Why Friday? Why Friday? Why Friday? Why Friday? And I thought, what do I do? Make a joke about it? In Hazard Pay last night, when I went live with you in the live chat, it was really heating up. Why Friday? Why Friday? And I almost dropped a comment, said they got to vacuum the carpet at the White House, and they're out of the special detergent. They got to vacuum the carpet before he signs it. But then I thought, I'll just leave the jokes till late night. I'm just not going to do it. And then I said I can make some pen jokes, Crayola jokes. But I just let it slide because ultimately it was causing anxiety for obvious reasons. Unemployment benefits are about to lapse. Why are we playing games with a few hours? Unemployment benefits are about to lapse, folks. So this is not something that is really a laughing matter. And that's why I stayed away from jokes on the subject matter, because under second stimulus, you saw the very minute the President signed second stimulus into law, people were immediately concerned whether unemployment benefits were going to lapse, and we really didn't know. I reported they were. Some states they did, some states they didn't. So the moment the President signs something into law is critically important because unemployment benefits are on the 11th hour. Now, ultimately, it's up to a state whether their computers are more sophisticated than they were 6 months. They are certainly better than they were a year ago. But if you're just joining me, the breaking development is the President of the United States is signing into law this afternoon, East Coast Standard Time, which is now afternoon, your third stimulus check. And he will sign it into law before he addresses the country this evening, East Coast time, in prime time. So by all accounts, he may be signing it by the time I'm currently live with you in this recording. Congratulations. If you have not obviously hit the subscribe button, this is a reason to subscribe. I was literally on live in the video before this, which is about purple, which is about second stimulus, not third stimulus. And I went to get the NASDAQ and the Dow quotes for you where we were trading on, and then the newswire hit, and I delivered it to you. There wasn't a particularly robust video because people were watching for second stimulus, but that's what happens. When you're a live financial news network, you need to see when something major hits that impacts your financial news. Now, this impacts you in another way as well. EIDL, which is $5,000 of free money, will go live within a certain number of days after the president signs this into law. Well, that time frame starts in the next few minutes. So literally now you have to get your binoculars out and start watching the SBA.gov website like I will be. Because now, as early as this afternoon, SBA.gov could go live with a $5,000 grant. And if it goes live this afternoon, guess how many people will apply for it? Probably 20 million, 30 million. It's that quickly that things will literally start to cause a stimulus stampede. And what you needed to know is that tonight when the president addresses the country, he's going to tell the American people that may not be YouTube viewers what's in the third stimulus package, which I'm going to go over with you right now. You're getting a $14 stimulus check, which will go out as soon as this becomes law. $14 for an individual, $14 for children, $14 for adult dependents. The $14 stimulus check eligibility for income is unchanged, $75,000 or less. You have to have a social security number, and if you are a dependent, then the other person will get the check for you you appear on their dependent tax return. As I discussed in this video, unemployment benefits will not lapse, but may be delayed. So that's the good news. They're not lapsing. Unemployment is now extended to September 6th. FPUC, $300 a week. PUA, now 79 weeks instead of 50 weeks. PEUC, which is UI, is now 50 weeks, not 24. For obvious reasons, you may see that in this recording, I'm going back over the bill. Normally, I had big developments I was going to go over with you about Susan Collins and Chuck Schumer that is just hitting. I had that planned for this video. But because the president signed it into law, it's important for me to go back over what's in the bill right now becoming law. And I will return with you at 11 o'clock at the top of the hour. So because there's a 30-minute delay between the next show, I wanted to go over this with you right now. The other thing that you saw in the recording before this is your first $10,200 of unemployment benefits in the year 2020 is tax-free. So if you did pay taxes on it, you may have to go back to a tax preparer to look at the implications of fixing it. Only a tax preparer can fix it because it can only be fixed by tax return. COBRA benefits will be cheaper. COBRA benefits are now free of premiums from April 1st to September 30th, and then those premiums will cost no more than 8.5% of your adjusted gross income. There is money for children, and that money for children is really big. If your child is 5 to newborn, they're going to get a $5,000 stimulus paid the following way. $1,400 will come with your check for them, and then they'll get $300 a month starting in the month of July. That's $3,600 per child. Then there is another provision. The provision is for 17 to 6-year-olds. They will get $4,400, paid $1,400 with your stimulus check, and then they will get $250 a month starting in the month of July for 12 months, adding up to $3,000. The eligibility for that is very simple. It's the same eligibility as your stimulus check. So if you get a stimulus check, you would get this. Income qualification is the same. You don't have to be unemployed or employed. You can be on SSI or SSDI to get this. The most important thing you need to know about this provision is the IRS needs to know the child exists. So how does the IRS know the child exists? Because of a prior tax return. If you didn't file a tax return, you're going to need to do a tax return. Remember, tax returns can always be filed by anyone. Even you're on SSI and SSDI, you can voluntarily file a tax return. There's nothing precluding anyone in the United States from filing a tax return voluntarily, even if they're below the income level. Hazard pay is in the third stimulus package as well. That's for age 19 and older. $1,500 if you did work during the pandemic and made less than $25,000. Viewers are simply joining in the room right now. Let me see how many are jumping in. And I see people that want some rundown. Wow. There's 3,000 people in the room. Okay. So there's a 54 chat rate. Okay, so let me tell you where you are. The President of the United States at 9:30 Pacific Standard Time a.m. this morning made an announcement in a one-sentence release obtained first by this channel that he has reverted course and will sign your third stimulus check bill right now, this afternoon, right this very moment. He will not wait till Friday. On Wednesday morning, the House of Representatives passed the third stimulus check bill. And Wednesday, viewers started to wonder why the president was not signing it on Wednesday. The president immediately announced that he was signing it on Friday, a date which no one had made any sense of. We had no explanation why Friday. We did have a press release yesterday that the President of the United States is having a primetime address tonight to explain to the American people what is in the third stimulus check law. There's just a little problem about that. How do you address the American people about a law if it hasn't been signed into law? Remember, the minute the president signs the bill, it becomes law. So if you're going to address the American people about a law, it sort of makes obvious sense to sign it before you talk about it. Not particularly clear. Now, the press release that was broke first on this channel when I was live during the broadcast of Purple at 9:33 a.m. today was that the president signed it this afternoon. It's already this afternoon on the East Coast. So the president is expected to sign it any minute in advance of that primetime address. This means so many things to so many people. First, it means that stimulus stampede is right around the corner. The president's going to use the primetime address to tell the American people what is in the stimulus package. So with that, suddenly you will be competing against millions and millions of Americans who will want to apply for the same things, which you may have heard on this channel that you want to apply for. And those programs don't have enough money for everyone. The most obvious example is the EIDL grant of $5,000. That's number one. Number two, the second thing that's very important to understand is that the moment the president signs something into law, it starts to run the clock. EIDL especially is the example. The EIDL provision of the third stimulus package says the minute the president signs it, SBA.gov can open the program. What I've said to you, and I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face, is that SBA is required to keep the program open for 2 weeks, but it's not required to keep it funded. They can open it up, and it will likely run out of money within 3 days. So literally, we now have to start watching for where our money is and where those applications are. This is the moment to subscribe. Don't waste a second to take that finger and hit that subscribe button. It's free to subscribe because you cannot miss the minute when a program you have watched on this channel you want to get money for opens. Because once it opens, the dilution, the run on that money starts, and that money may not be around later on. The famous line of the viewers of this channel is, "What I miss." We laugh about it because they know I don't like that line every time. What I miss. I just got here. What I miss. Now, while it's a joke between you and I, it's not a joke when it's looking for money. You don't want to show up 4 days after EIDL, for example, goes live and say, "What I missed. $5,000. What do you mean I lost it? You missed $5,000. It's gone. There's no more of it." What this is not, are they going to reopen it? No. Are they going to? No. The answer is a big no. So please do not wait a minute to hit that subscribe button. I have so much more that is in the third stimulus package. Let me cut over to all those other items right now. The third stimulus package will also have rental assistance across the country. Rental assistance will be as easy as people who have suffered financial hardship because of the pandemic. Lower income families have been unemployed for 3 months or more are given priority for assistance. There's money for low income, middle class, and also homeless people to get rent. There is also money for homeowners $10 billion that covers mortgage payments, utility bills, and other housing costs. Let me cut back to myself for a second. There was another thing I was going to deliver to you in this broadcast. I don't have time for it. I'm going to deliver it to you in about an hour from now, which is a federal court has ruled that the CDC eviction moratorium is unlawful. Now, that is not a national, that does not implicate you nationally, but the CDC eviction moratorium is set to expire in a few days as well. I'll have more about that big developing detail out of the federal court just this morning, which is a big issue for the eviction moratorium and the mortgage forbearance. Finally, there's big money for grants for businesses. Restaurants will be able to get a grant based upon their 2020 revenue subtracted from their 2019 revenue. That's item number one. It can be used for rent payments, utilities, maintenance, food and beverage, operational costs, and more. This is up to multiple locations, and this is in addition to the shuttered venue operator grant, which I don't really cover too much on this channel, which is also going live. Of course, the EIDL grant is the most popular and most at issue. $5,000 from SBA if you had a loss of 30 to 50% or more because of the pandemic and have less than 10 employees. If you're just joining me, the President of the United States has changed course and is signing your $1,400 third stimulus check into law within minutes. That is a reversion, a change, because the president yesterday said he's signing it on Friday. Viewers didn't understand why he didn't sign it yesterday, and they didn't understand why he didn't sign it today when he's having a primetime address of the country in just a few hours from now about the law. He now confirms that he's signing it within minutes. I have more about these incredible details, but first, here's a commercial break about the programming schedule on this channel. I'm live for 6 hours today, and for obvious reasons, you can't miss a minute of it. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in 60 seconds. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.lalate.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE.
From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
This is the visual you will see within minutes. The President of the United States in the Oval Office signing your third stimulus check into law. The President of the United States at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, while I was live on broadcast during the Purple recording, announced that he will be signing your third stimulus check bill into law this afternoon, not Friday. This afternoon, it currently is on the East Coast. It's currently 1:15 on the East Coast. And the president will sign it into law in advance of a primetime address this evening explaining the provisions. $1,400 for an individual, $1,400 for adult dependents, $1,400 for children, $3,600 and $3,000 additionally for children under the age of 17, $1,500 for hazard pay, paid sick leave of $1,400 a week based upon a $73,000 annual salary, $1,700 for financial aid for college students, plus a $1,400 stimulus check. Money for rent, utilities, and more, FPUC, PUAUI, and additional items like that, all extended to September, uninterrupted, no lapse, although there may be a delay, but no lapse of benefits. FPUC is at $300 a week, and with an additional surprise beneficial item that the first $10,200 of your unemployment benefits are tax-free in 2020. Money for rent, utilities, food, internet, property owners, mortgage assistance, and utility bills, and other bills across the House as well. Not the House of Representatives, but your house. And then money for businesses, EIDL grant, shuttered venue grant, actually 2 EIDL grants, and also a very assisting restaurant grant. But there's so much happening. And in a recording which I was going to detail to you the shocking developments happening with Susan Collins and Chuck Schumer, which could implicate the next stimulus package, I figured it was important to come live with the details of the stimulus bill. And during the commercial break, I saw some really insanely great questions that viewers were asking about how does this thing work? How does that thing work? How do I apply for this thing? How do I apply for that? I love that. So what I'm going to do is, based upon your reaction, I'm going to stay more on the bill provision items throughout today's recordings so that we can stay together as a family and I can go over each of your questions one at a time. This recording was important for me to tell you what's in the package, so you're hearing exactly what's in the package. If you don't hear it, it's not in there. But it's also important for you to know where you apply for things, when you can apply for things, how much money you can get for things, and how you're eligible for the items. The way you learn that information is subscribing to this channel, hitting that subscribe button. And also, if you become a member, you already have a copy of the bill that only got changed for 3 items, none of which are really that big. The $10,200 for unemployment, the phase out of the stimulus check really does not apply to almost all viewers of this channel. And then the student loan debt forgiveness item, which no matter how many times I explain it, it still confuses people. The bottom line is student loan debt forgiveness is still not law, so it is confusing for me to bring up something that's not law yet. It's not part of this bill. There was a provision that implicates it, but because it's not law, I think I'm going to stay away from bringing it up anymore because it's confusing people. So there you are. At the 22-minute mark, let me tell you what's happening. The White House reverts. Americans were wondering, why pass a rushed, urgent third stimulus package on Wednesday and then wait 2 days to sign it into law? Didn't make a lot of sense. People need their stimulus check. They needed to pay their bills. But more importantly, unemployment benefits are about to lapse. The lapsing of unemployment benefits is not a good situation for anyone. That's not going to happen. You will stay on claim for benefits. You will not have to reapply because he's signing this soon enough. The signing will happen in a minute from now. The signing makes the bill a law, and away we go into stimulus lands. The stimulus checks will go out shortly thereafter. People who have set up direct deposit will be the first recipient of the stimulus checks. Some viewers under the second stimulus package got the direct deposits within 24 hours after they were sent out. This is incredible great news. Then people who are set up for paper checks and debit cards will come shortly thereafter. All really incredible great news. If you are dependent on someone else's tax return, they will get your stimulus check for you. So that's what's important to remember. And also not taken out for child support or back taxes. Across the land, the excitement's brewing. The toast is toasted, which I forgot to actually say today. The toast is toasting. The coffee is brewing. I'm here. You're here. And I deeply apologize for anyone who joined as a member during this or the video before. It has been a very, very busy day. And for any super chat I missed as well, I apologize. I'm always very big on thanking people, but it's one of those days when there was too much happening. I had to go live. But let me see if I can make it up to you right now. With 3,000 people in the room and a chat rate of 52, let's see if we can get to a chat rate of 62. There's El Marie, and there's Chris, and there's Wayne, and there's Amber, and Gail, and Melody, and Larry Cook. How are you? Who else is in the room that I see? Let's take a look. Also in the room is Bonnie and Keisha and LaShonda. I'm on my second cup of coffee, says LaShonda. And there is Joanne, and there is Vanessa, and there is Crayola King, and there's Irene. I think Crayola King may have lent his Crayola to someone today. There's Krista, there's Danielle, and there's David, there's Shirley, and there's Ron, and there's Chris Black, and there's Chris, there's Pachenko, and there's John, there's Mary Lee, Anna, Dominic. Congratulations, everyone. There is, now I can't read it. There's Sonia, there's Nancy. Okay, now, oh my goodness. Now I can't read. Now I literally cannot read it. What a day it is. Oh my goodness. Are you seeing the screen? I think you can see the chat right now as well. I literally cannot actually see anything. Amber, Peggy, David, Barbara, Bernina, Kim, Frida, my goodness, Terry, Lynn, Shonda, Raymond. Wow, congratulations. You all deserve it. You all deserve it. Larry, there are 6 members who have so far joined in this chat who I deeply apologize. I could not give you a shout out. If you join me on HazardPay tonight, I will specifically give you a shout out tonight at 7 o'clock on HazardPay. But guess what? It's the bottom of the hour with so much exciting developments. A chat rate of now 58. My goodness, it feels like it's 98. But where are we? Where are we? We are awaiting this very moment. Let me give you the visual. This is the visual that viewers have wondered and waited for anxiously. And the visual is this: Biden signing. The President of the United States within minutes will sign your $14 third stimulus check into law. It becomes law. That means that 1, your $14 stimulus check goes out. Number 2, your unemployment benefits will not lapse. Number 3, debt timelines for other agencies now start to run, meaning like SBA will have to start opening their EIDL grant. That means the minute things open, you got to apply instantly. And I will tell you when to hit the alarm. I will sound the alarm on this channel, going live and saying, apply this minute. Thank you, Cassandra, for the super chat. I will tell you this minute, apply. This is why you have to really, in the deepness of my heart, hit that subscribe on this channel. You're getting a $14 stimulus check. In addition to that, if you make less than $45,000, you're going to qualify for about $5,000 of rent, utility, food on top of that. But in addition to that, there's going to be a lot of other money that is application-based, in addition to that $5,000, that you may qualify for, that you want to pounce as a purple hawk, and get it as soon as it goes live. You don't want to miss a minute. So hit that subscribe button, become a member. As a member, you have access to the actual bill to see the income qualifications, the eligibility qualifications, all the details and more. Thank you, Jeffro, for the super chat. Big exciting news. I'll be back with you at 11 o'clock, which is 30 minutes from now, as Mornings LA goes right into noontime on LALATE.